We're gonna head into the Goodwill every single day this week to see if we can find anything new. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Lindsay. We're heading into the Goodwill every single day this week to see if we can find anything new. You guys know I love these videos. Going to the same thrift store every single day, seeing what's new, what's still there, and just popping into the thrift store for like 5 to 10 minutes just to see if there's anything that catches my eye. I also like to bring stuff all the time, so this worked out perfectly. We're gonna get in there, drop off my stuff, and see what we can find. Every day after the gym, my daughter literally asks to go to the store, aka the thrift store. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to the gym and then head to the thrift store and see what new things we can find every single day this week. I'll let you guys know exactly what I purchased. I always have tons of things on my thrift list. Right now I'm looking for vintage dishes. I'm also looking for little people toys as always. So I'm excited to see what we can find. If you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe. Let's get in the thrift store and see what we can find. I'm creating a little monster because this girl always wants to go to the store, aka the thrift store, after we leave the gym. Today she was being a big sister and helping push her little brother around. We started off in the furniture. It had quite a few things, nothing I was really interested in. I always take a peek in the picture frames and wall art because I've been finding some really fun pieces, and I have a few on my wish list that I'm on the prowl for. Those would be really, really cute in a nursery if you had one that you wanted to set up. We were just checking through everything. My daughter's super good. She was just sitting in a chair and he was in his stroller, so that was fun. Somebody's little DIY project was in here. I always like to take a look. Sometimes there are really good finds, and honestly, Goodwill is like high with their pricing, but not with wall art. They're usually around $6, so I'm not really disappointed. I thought that was really pretty, like an Amish farm, and then even this vintage flowers behind it was pretty as well. I saw these Nike Blazers, I think they are, in the shoes today. That was such a good find. These would clean right up with some, a little bit of elbow grease, so not a bad find there. I think their shoes are around $4 here. I always like to take a peek because you never know what you're going to find, and those were not anybody's size that I know, so I passed on them. I spotted this really pretty mirror with a drawer. I think it would look really cute, like on a vanity or on top of your dresser. It was $7.99 and I wasn't in the market for it, but it was really cute, so I was tempted, but I did leave it behind today. I always love when I spot a tiered tray. This one was a metal one. It was kind of rusty crusty, very cute. It didn't have a price on it, and my store's really picky about that, so I didn't even bring it up to the counter because they're kind of rude. So I did leave this behind today. Sometimes the little bins with clothes catch my eye. I was looking at these pants. They ended up being just Disco Animals, but sometimes I find like really nice like Polo Ralph Lauren, so I always stop by and check. Nothing today. We ended up in the toys, of course. My daughter loves to look at all the different toys they have. They had this Fisher-Price Little People bus today. I think it was like $2.99, and not bad, but no characters. And we love the characters, so super sad. We did leave that one there. I always look over here in this bin because sometimes they'll have different items at the bottom. Today it was just a few little things, nothing really for us, but they did have a couple of things in the toys today. We always stop off and look because my daughter likes to play, and it's kind of like her little treat for coming in with me. And so I always take a little while and look around because we find some goodies here sometime, like Love Every and stuff. I did find this fire truck, and my daughter did want to bring it home. I think it was $1.99, and not a bad find, so we took this fire truck home today with us. I still haven't made the video on trying to thrift a whole new wardrobe at the thrift store. I could use some new clothing because my clothing is running a little bit big right now, but these jeans were honestly kind of cute. They were from Target. They were on the end cap. That's what caught my eye. And then this shirt was honestly super cute as well. I need to do the video because I need to get inspired, but I need like a full day. So leave me a comment down below if that's something you're interested in. Over in the kitchenware, I was sorting through all of the different things that they have. The store gets stuff pretty often, so in the video you'll probably see lots of different items. Today I was just looking around, lots of water pitchers, things we don't need. I did find this like grape carnival glass. I did do a Google image search of this, and I'm pretty sure it's vintage. I didn't need it. It was super heavy and I left it behind, but that would have been super cute if you had fruit in your kitchen. I was cracking up when I saw this mug because I thought the ghosts were really cute, and then I picked it up and they all had middle fingers, which was honestly hilarious, but I did leave that behind today. Not a lot going on in the plate section today for us, except for my daughter trying to break plates, so we moved on. This section is kind of knick-knacky. They always have random stuff. There's a few items that you're going to see throughout this video that were there the entire time, so I will show those off. There was a scale for a kitchen, but it didn't have the basket for the scale. There were lots of different candlesticks and things. Nothing was really catching my eye. That little egg basket ended up being there all week, but I was just searching through to see if there were any items that I thought I could use or sell on my Whatnot channel. I did find this thing of Legos, which I thought was pretty fun. It's the flower Legos for only $5.99. We did leave them behind. Today we're just leaving with this fire truck, but my daughter was super happy. I'm interrupting this video with a quick Whatnot haul. Guys, if you're not on the Whatnot app, you need to get on there. It's super fun. It's like thrifting on your phone. This is the Heartland trivet that I got from my friend at Goose Pond Thrifts, and I also got some vintage Corel, just $1 a plate, not bad, a couple of different colors. I also got this stoneware creamer and a couple of other items. If you're not on the Whatnot app, use my link down below and you get $15 free to shop with when you sign up. You do have to pay for shipping, but it's pretty amazing. I was loving the items that she had. Heading in for day 2 at the thrift. Here's my daughter being a goofball. We always head in after the gym, so she was leading the way. She knows exactly what to do, and we got in there. I started off in the knick-knack section. I didn't really see a lot today in this section, so we moved pretty quickly through it. A lot of these same items were there. I wish this store was a little more organized, but it is what it is. I saw this little thing of salts, which was pretty cool. This big gold frame that caught my eye. They had lots of different candlestick holders again. Like, they just have a lot right now. This matching gravy and candlestick holder will be the theme of this video. They were there the entire week. No one picked them up. I don't know if it was because of the price or they just didn't want them. Lots of different candlesticks, you guys. That was the theme of today. I thought this was something else, so I picked it up, but I did see it's matched on here, so I put them back together so they could be married and someone would have a set. Like I said, the theme was candlestick holders. This Santa one was super cute. I thought it'd be cute with a pillar candle on top of it. Only $1.99. I like this art over here. I just don't have room in my kitchen for any art, but I thought it was super cute and country kitchen with the little spice boxes on it. There's that egg wall hanging that we saw in the last video. It honestly is very cute. I just don't have a spot for it. My daughter was also interested in it. The plates were looking about the same as yesterday. Nothing really new except for this really pretty china set down here. The whole set got bought by the second day, I think. We'll have to see later in the video, but it was very pretty and honestly super ornate. This creamer and sugar were just $1.99 each. Very pretty. That's just really not my style for my house. Always stop off in the toys. The section's always a disaster, and some of the items I'm like, what in the world is this even doing here? Because none of the pieces are here. This couch was new and not here yesterday, so I wanted to show it off. Of course, it was gone rather quickly. Some of this furniture has honestly been here for a while. I'm surprised they still have kept it. In the case, there were some really pretty purses that a lady was checking out. I didn't find anything in the Goodwill today, but on Facebook Marketplace on the way home, I found these 3 Pyrex pieces for a total of $20, and I was super excited because my sister wants that for Christmas, so I was happy to have that. So sometimes the Goodwill isn't where I'm going to find it, but I will find it somewhere. It's day 3 without the kids today at the Goodwill because my husband has them. I wanted to stop and see what this was. I wasn't sure if it was a Fisher-Price Loving Family household thing. I think it was a Monster High toy, so I did leave it behind. In this section, lots of luggage was being packed in there today. This dolphin was cracking me up. His nose was chipped though. I had a little more time today because, again, the husband kept the kiddos, so it took a little bit more time. There's more dolphin pieces over here that literally had me cracking up because, like, dolphin household. I don't live near the beach, so I was just laughing at these. They were $1.99, but someone I'm sure loves them. I saw this set of salt and pepper shakers. They ended up being from Hallmark, and they were vintage. They were only 59 cents a piece. I didn't grab them. I saw these cobalt blue bowl fillers, but they ended up not being vintage. They were from At Home, so I did leave them behind. Over in what I'm calling the candlestick holder section, I did see these ones. They've been there all week, and I'm surprised someone hasn't grabbed them because they do match and they have a set, but they were still there. There was also candlesticks, and I was super disappointed in the pricing. I think they ended up being like $3, which is insane for Goodwill. Like, aren't these $3 in Walmart right now? Anyways, here is the egg basket. It's still here. I'm surprised someone hasn't picked it up. I guess it's not really that season, but I did see these made in Taiwan platters. I carried them around for a while. They were $5.99. They're not really my style, but I do sell things on Whatnot, so I was tempted on grabbing those for that purpose. Saw this pretty Japanese style vase, didn't grab it, and also that zebra print candle. It's just funny because so many candlestick holders, so many candles this week. And that's always what happens. There'll be like a theme for that week, and then you won't see them again for a while. I saw a couple of vintage Christmas items that caught my eye. This one was super cute. I'm pretty sure it was handmade because I couldn't find a tag or anything, but they wrote on him. It was so frustrating. Like, why would you write on him? Like, use tape, please. But he was super cute, only $2.99. I hope someone grabbed him. Since I didn't have my kiddos today, I could actually like take time and look in the glassware section because my daughter's not picking up everything she sees. I liked those pink depression wear cups, but they're only a set of 3, and I would like to buy a set of 4. This store is kind of just known for being a mess, so you kind of have to take your time and look at like everything. There's another creamer and sugar container, lots of mugs. Nothing really stood out to me today. When I went down here, I did find this amazing ironstone piece that I'll show you, but other than that, they've been kind of lacking. Like, this set was actually really pretty. It had a little ladle spot and the cute little hearts, and the ladle was in there. It was super big and heavy, so I didn't grab it because I just don't need anything like this, and I wouldn't want to sell it because it's super heavy. But I know it went home to someone that loved it because it wasn't there when I came back tomorrow. At this point, I was still carrying around the salt and pepper shakers because I wasn't sure on what decision I was going to make on them. But see, this section is just kind of messy and unorganized. So, and a lot of the items are just not things I wanted, but I always look because you never know. I did end up finding another Little People set. This is the Noah's Ark set, and we have lots of animals and Noah, the character, already. He was only $1.99, so I did pick him up today. Thought he would be a cute Christmas present for my son, as he'll be like 10 months. The shoes have not been super exciting this week, although I did find those Nike Blazers on Monday. But I took a little gander at the shoes today. There was one extra tough. I literally couldn't find the other one at all. Why would they put out one shoe on the shelf? That would have been a great find. In the furniture section, like I said, this couch, I'm pretty sure it's sold. See, down here it says sold, but it was just there for one day, so that's pretty good for them. I'm glad it sold quickly. And I always look at the art, but again, there was no new art today that I was really excited about. But I always look because this one was super cute. It just wasn't fitting my house, and they just kind of had some of the same stuff as before. I thought this was super pretty, like a little lace piece on some fabric that would go in my house, but I did leave it behind today because I just didn't have a spot for it in my house. Some of the pieces that I saw yesterday are now gone, but that was exciting for them, and all the purses are gone, so that's super fun. For the 4th day, we have the kiddos back with me today. We're headed in again. We go after I go to the gym, and my daughter literally can't stand it. She goes, "Mom, let's go to the store." Like, seriously, sometimes I'm ready to go home, but she's begging to come, so we always stop if we can. She really likes looking in the case because sometimes they have fun toys. I thought this Vera Bradley backpack was pretty cute, but some of the case items are just super overpriced. She's honestly become a little thrifter. It's so cute. She finds her own little sections. Lots of Christmas items in this section today. These were not here the other day. Also, that clown is creeping me out, but I had to show you him. Of course, she loved him. and they had lots of things Christmassy. I thought this little ceramic basket was really cute, only $1.99. I have another one for this already for Christmas, so I did leave him behind. Over in what I like to call the candle section, they had a couple of new things. They had this little bears. I know cherished teddies are super popular. I ended up grabbing these little bears right here. They were sports bears, and I thought about putting them in my son's nursery, and they honestly turned out to be really cute. I didn't grab the graduation one, but I did grab the 3 little sports bears because I'm trying to like curate a little thrifted sports theme nursery for him. So I did grab those today. They were $1.99 a piece. Up here you can see this creamer and candlestick combo still here, day 4, so no one really wants it, but someone will find it one day and they'll be very excited about it. The candlestick section had less candlesticks and more figurines today, so that was interesting to note. I didn't really see anything that we needed, but I always like to take my time if I can and look around. Lots of Christmas items, like I said. I don't know if they just busted out the Christmas items or if people just donated them because they knew it was coming. Thought that might be brass, but it wasn't. I saw this little burwood piece that I thought would be cute in a laundry room. I didn't have use for it, but honestly, thinking back on it, I should have grabbed it because it could have gone where my laundry room is because I don't have a lot of room, but it could have been very cute. Noticed a couple new plates and bowls today. I was looking for a Hallmark on these. I didn't find anything, but they were super cute. Over in the plates, I sometimes get to look, sometimes don't because my daughter likes to touch a lot, but I didn't see anything new that caught my eye that I thought we needed. There was another china set. This was not the same one as before. This one had a Hallmark on it. Made in England. Very, very cute. Has the gold around the edge. I just have to be careful with how much I buy because, you know, I like to thrift and it's fun for me, and sometimes I can collect too much. Luckily for me, I do sell some on my Whatnot, so check that out down below. I do have a good time over there. We listen to Taylor Swift and we look at thrifted items, and you guys can bid on them. I didn't see anything new. I thought this tin might be cute, but it ended up being like from the $1.25 tree or something, so I left it behind. Here she goes again in the toy section, having a ball. They did have new toys today, lots of little dolls and this little house. Nothing we needed because, again, for some reason my store doesn't have like bags of toys, so if items like need something like that, actually did have one ball that went with it, but other than that, the toys usually don't have the items that they need to play with, so I don't really grab a lot. There were some new books that I stopped and looked at. We have a lot of books in my house because I collect them at their stores that have them for 25 cents, but I wanted to see if there was any that I thought were interesting today, and there were none. My girl found herself a Woody hat, and she wanted to show him off to these people in front of us, so it was pretty funny. She also found a Minnie Mouse backpack that she wanted to walk around with. She was loving looking at herself, and we walked over to the picture frames. I didn't see anything new that I had to have, but there were some cute ones. Like that one was cute, we just didn't need it. And there were a couple new ones. I mean, not to say there's not anything new, but nothing that stood out that we needed at all. But they did have some big art, which I noticed was very popular this week. So nothing for us again, but always fun to stop and look. Stopped off in the shoes just to see if there's anything we needed. Kid shoes are always fun for me. There was this one Nike Air, again with the one shoe. Like, who's just donating one shoe, and why are we just putting one shoe out? That would be a good find if they were your kid's size. I do find a lot of my kids' shoes at the thrift store because a lot of times they're like barely used, or if they're like super worn, they can be cleaned up pretty quickly. I did see these Nike Dunks, I think. You could get that yellowing out with some OxyClean, so always stop off at the shoes because you never know. On the way out, I did see this velvet chartreuse chair, and in the right house, it would be super cute. Not for me, unfortunately. For me, we didn't really grab a lot this week, just a couple of toys for my daughter and things that I thought my son could use that she would like as well. Not a lot, and sometimes I wonder if it is the thrift store or if sometimes the thrift store is just lacking. So let me know what you think down below. Also, leave me a comment letting me know what's on your current wish list, because I'm always on the hunt for new things to hunt for. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!